Welcome back. Today we explore some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into the world of Kennedy half-dollar coins that could potentially make you rich. Let's get started. First up, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most sought-after coins in the series, particularly the large-date variety, which has piqued the interest of collectors for years. This coin was issued as part of the continuation of the Kennedy half-dollar series, which first appeared in 1964 after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Designed by the renowned sculptor Gilroy Roberts, the obverse features a striking portrait of Kennedy, while the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the iconic heraldic eagle. The coin was minted in Philadelphia, and since it was the first year, the coin was produced with a large date design. It is an essential coin for collectors. In total, more than 200 million Kennedy half-dollars were minted in 1971 across various mint facilities, but the version without a mint mark is often seen as a notable example. The design of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar features a beautifully detailed portrait of President John F. Kennedy facing left with the words Liberty and the year 1971. Surrounding the image, the reverse showcases the heraldic eagle with an olive branch in its right talon and a bundle of arrows in its left talon, a traditional representation of American values of peace and strength. The words United States of America and half-dollar are inscribed on the reverse as well, making this coin a visual testament to American patriotism and history. The 1971 coin also features the large date variety, which is significantly more distinct than the small date from earlier years. For those unfamiliar with the distinction, the large date is characterized by the 1 and 7 in the date, which are noticeably thicker and larger than those on the small date version. This makes the 1971 large date variety especially collectible and valuable. The value of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar large date without a mint mark varies depending on its condition. In fine condition, you can expect to see the coin fetch a price anywhere between $61,300 on the auction market, though the value can be higher for well-preserved specimens or coins with desirable features such as a deep strike or minimal wear. What makes this coin particularly valuable is its rarity in higher grades, as more collectors continue to search for this coin in the hopes of completing their sets or finding a pristine example. The prices for coins in fine condition for example, a certified coin with a grade of Mis-63 can reach well over $65,000 or even more, depending on market conditions. For coins with minimal wear and perfect features, expect to see auction prices pushing into the $100,000 range or higher. Collectors find the 1971 large date Kennedy half-dollar fascinating because it represents a pivotal year in the series. The large date variety was issued only in 1971, and the coin was produced in massive numbers, making finding high-grade examples a challenge. In addition, the historical context surrounding the Kennedy assassination makes this coin an attractive piece for those interested in presidential memorabilia. Despite the high mintage, there is a significant collector interest in this particular coin due to the presence of the large date and its important role in the Kennedy half-dollar series. Many collectors focus on securing a high-quality example of the 1971 large date variety, which further drives demand. Next up, the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar is part of a new era of coinage in the US, following the removal of silver content from the coin in 1970. By 1980, the Kennedy half-dollar had transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which meant it no longer had the precious metal content that made earlier versions so valuable. Still, this coin remains a key issue for collectors, especially in the case of the 1980 variety with the D-era mint mark. The error in question occurs due to a minting mistake where the D-mint mark, intended for coins produced at the Denver Mint, was applied in an unusual location or in a faint. This error is rare and makes the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar with the D-mint mark an intriguing piece for numismatists, as such errors are relatively uncommon in modern coins. The 1980 coin, like most Kennedy half-dollars from the late 20th century, was primarily produced for circulation, and many were spent or kept in poor condition. Despite this, the scarcity of error coins has ensured that demand for these pieces has remained. The design of the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar is virtually identical to the 1971 variety, with the same portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse and the eagle design on the reverse. However, it is the minting error with the D mint mark that distinguishes this coin from others. The mistake can either be a misplacement or a poorly struck D mint mark, and it is this feature that makes this coin so unique. In fine condition, the value of a 1980 Kennedy half-dollar with a D error mint mark can be quite high, particularly for error collectors. Depending on the severity of the error and the coin's overall condition, prices for these error coins can range anywhere from $200,000 at auction. Coins in mint state or with a particularly noticeable error have been known to fetch prices higher than $214,000, especially when sold to specialized error coin collectors who are looking for unique pieces to add to their collections. The market for error coins has grown significantly in recent years, with more collectors paying attention to these rare mistakes. The demand for the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar ad error coin has seen a steady increase as more collectors become aware of the coin's value, pushing its price higher over time. Error coins have always had a special place in the hearts of collectors. The rarity and uniqueness of these coins make them highly desirable, as they represent a mistake that cannot be reproduced, thus increasing their value. For those focusing on Kennedy half-dollar coins, a 1980D error mint mark coin is a must-have for any serious collection, making it an item that consistently sees strong demand at. Next up, the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar marks an interesting period in the coin's history. The Kennedy half-dollar was first issued in 1964 following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy to commemorate his life and legacy. Over the decades, the coin has undergone several changes in terms of design and composition. By 1988, the coin had transitioned into a more common circulation piece, often overshadowed by other coins like the penny and quarter. Yet, the Kennedy half-dollar remains a symbol of American heritage and pride. The 1988 Kennedy half-dollar specifically had a mintage of over 4 million coins, with a P mint mark. The mint mark, indicating the Philadelphia Mint, shows its place in history as one of the more common half-dollars in circulation during that time. However, in terms of collector interest and value, the 1988 half-dollar in fine condition stands out because of its historical significance, the state of the coin, and its place in the overall series of Kennedy coins. The design of the 1988 Kennedy half-dollars, the classic design introduced in 1964 by engraver Gilroy Roberts. On the obverse, we see a portrait of President John F. Kennedy facing left, symbolizing the youthful vigor and the promise of the country during his presidency. This iconic image has remained the same throughout the years, symbolizing his enduring legacy. On the reverse, the coin features the familiar eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other. This design emphasizes peace and strength, fundamental ideals of the United States. The reverse also includes the inscription United States of America and half-dollar, along with the mint mark P on the lower left side. The 1988 coin's condition can vary greatly, but the fine condition means the coin will have moderate wear. There will be some wear visible on the high points of Kennedy's hair, the eagle's feathers, and other intricate features. These coins are usually not found in pristine, uncirculated condition, which is why a fine condition example can hold substantial value. The market value of a 1988 Kennedy half-dollar in fine condition is influenced by its historical context, condition, and while many Kennedy half-dollars from the 1980s are fairly common and do not typically fetch large sums, coins from this era in fine condition can command $40,000s at auctions, depending on demand and the specific market at the time. However, the value can rise if the coin is part of a complete collection of Kennedy half-dollars, or if it is part of a mint era series. These factors contribute to an increased interest in collecting Kennedy half-dollars, with some collectors focusing specifically on mint marks and years of issue like 1988. Some collectors also focus on Kennedy half-dollars with unusual characteristics or errors. For example, errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or misaligned dies can increase a coin's rarity and value. In the case of the 1988 Kennedy half dollar, while there are not as many known errors, collectors remain keen on acquiring coins that represent a time of transition for US currency. With the rise of interest in collecting the Kennedy series, particularly from the late 1980s, this coin has garnered attention as part of a broader strategy to accumulate a set of Kennedy half dollars, especially from the 1980s era when mintages were lower. Next up, the 1989 Kennedy half dollars has a special distinction from its predecessors, especially when we delve into the P-era mint mark. The Kennedy half dollar series saw little design change between 1988 and 1989, but the mint eras made certain years, such as 1989, stand out to collectors. While the mintage figures for the 1989 coin were relatively high at over 5 million coins, the P-era mint mark is what elevates its value in the market. Errors like these are rare and give collectors a reason to pay a premium for coins with distinctive mistakes. Like the 1988 coin, the 1989 Kennedy half dollars also features the iconic portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse and the powerful eagle design on the reverse. The error here lies in the P-mint mark, which, in this case, was mistakenly applied to the coin when it was supposed to be the regular D-mint mark for the Denver Mint. Such errors, though rare, can have a profound impact on a coin's value. The error also relates to the large date of the coin, which distinguishes it from the small date used in other years. This gives the 1989 coin a special appeal, both in terms of its historical significance and its status as a mint error. The 1989 Kennedy half dollars with a P mint mark error is a highly sought-after coin in the marketplace. Depending on its condition, it can fetch a price in the range of $100,000s of dollars. This is due to the rarity of the error, combined with the fact that collectors are particularly interested in acquiring coins with mistakes. A fine condition example of this error coin will typically feature the mint mark error prominently, increasing its desirability among collectors. Mint errors are a major factor that drives collector interest in coins like the 1989 Kennedy half dollar. A mint error, such as the P-era mint mark, is a critical point of interest for those who collect coins with distinctive features or who focus on error coins. For error collectors, this coin becomes highly valuable because it's a rare example of a mint mistake that didn't make it into regular circulation but still managed to survive in fine condition. Next up, the Kennedy half dollar, first issued in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, has been a beloved coin among collectors ever since. The 1973 version of this coin, with the large date and no mint mark, stands out not just because of its commemorative significance, but also because of its current rarity and market value. In the early 1970s, the US Mint had been producing coins in large quantities to meet the needs of a growing economy. Yet the 1973 Kennedy half dollars holds a special place due to several factors, including the design and its place in the larger history of the Kennedy series. These coins were released during a time of high inflation in the US, and their value was tied to both the materials used and the symbolism of President Kennedy's assassination in 1963, which made these coins a staple of numismatic history. In 1971, the US Mint began striking coins with a copper-nickel clad composition, and the 1973 Kennedy half dollars was part of this new series. While the coin was intended to be a circulating coin, fewer people paid attention to collecting them at the time, which contributed to their relative availability in the market. The design of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is iconic. The obverse front features the profile of President John F. Kennedy, designed by artist Gilroy Roberts, which has become one of the most enduring symbols of American coinage. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, we see the symbol of the US presidential seal with an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, all surrounded by the inscription United States of America and half dollar. However, what makes the 1973 Kennedy half dollar so interesting is the size of the date. The large date variety stands out from other versions of the coin due to the size of the numerals, making it a unique collector's item. In 1973, the US Mint produced Kennedy half dollars in large quantities with a total of over 43 million coins struck across the various mints. However, the absence of a mint mark on the 1973 coins is a notable detail, as it often indicates that they were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins without mint marks tend to be slightly more collectible due to the rarity of such coins, as mint marks help identify where coins were made. In good condition, the value of a 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark has steadily risen. While these coins were originally worth only 50 cents, collectors have been willing to pay more in recent years due to their historical significance and scarcity. Coins in good condition, while not as rare as those in uncirculated or proof condition, are still highly valued by collectors. As of today, you can expect to pay around $66,000 for a Kennedy half dollars from 1973 in good condition at auction, depending on the demand and the auction's location. This is a modest price compared to some other coins, but it's a great entry point for new collectors interested in the Kennedy series. There is no specific era tied to the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark. However, the large date variety is of interest to collectors, particularly because it's a striking feature that differentiates it from other Kennedy half dollars of the era. Some collectors look specifically for this variation, which drives up demand among enthusiasts. Collectors are particularly drawn to the Kennedy half dollar series because of its connection to the tragic assassination of President Kennedy, the rich design of the coin, and the historical context surrounding its release. In good condition, this coin serves as an affordable but still valuable option for those looking to build their collection. Next up, the Kennedy half dollar from 1984 is an interesting piece in the history of American coinage, but the true allure lies in the P-era mint mark variety. This specific coin has an interesting backstory that has fascinated collectors for decades. The Kennedy half dollar series saw a shift in production during the 1980s. With the rise of the coin's silver content being reduced in 1971, the coin became less desirable as a circulating piece and more of a collector's. The US Mint produced the Kennedy half dollar in the 1980s mostly for collectors rather than for daily use. As part of the ongoing effort to produce proof and uncirculated coins, the Mint accidentally struck a number of 1984 Kennedy half dollars with the P mint mark, a mint mark that had never been used on regular coins before. This era mint mark, combined with the large date feature, has made this coin a standout in the world of coin collecting. The obverse design of the 1984 Kennedy half dollar remains unchanged from earlier versions with the iconic profile of John F. Kennedy. On the reverse, the eagle design is still prominently featured. However, what sets this coin apart is the presence of the P mint mark on the reverse, which was mistakenly added by the Philadelphia Mint. Approximately 20,000 of these 1984 Kennedy half dollars with the P mint mark were struck by mistake. Since the US Mint had not used the P mint mark on circulating coins before, this era is especially rare. Most of the 1984 Kennedy half dollars produced were from the Denver Mint and had the D mint mark, making the P era coins an anomaly. These coins were struck in a standard copper-nickel-clad composition, which helps distinguish them from earlier silver versions of the coin. The 1984 Kennedy half dollar with the P-era mint mark is a highly sought-after piece. While the coin's value can fluctuate based on its condition, an example in circulated condition can easily fetch anywhere between $400,000 at auction to coins in uncirculated or higher-grade condition. Values can skyrocket, with some fetching as much as $423,000 or more depending on demand and collector interest. This era coin's value is fueled not just by its rarity, but also by its striking mistake, making it a top choice for collectors who focus on minting errors. The P-era mint mark is the defining feature of this coin, making it a prized possession among era coin collectors. Errors like these are often seen as once-in-a-lifetime finds and are highly valuable in numismatic circles. The error itself was the result of a mistake by the Philadelphia Mint, and it wasn't discovered until the coins started circulating. Since then, they've been recognized as one of the most valuable and desirable era coins in American numismatic history. Collectors are particularly attracted to this coin because of the rarity of the era and its connection to the Kennedy half-dollar series. The coin's value continues to rise as fewer examples remain in good condition, making it an excellent piece to add to a collection. Next up, the Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar, minted in 1976, is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. numismatic history. This coin was struck in honor of the United States' 200th anniversary of independence, and it stands as a testament to America's rich historical legacy. The coin features a unique design that differs from the typical Kennedy half-dollar series, making it especially collectible for enthusiasts and investors alike. In 1776, the United States declared independence from Great Britain, and to commemorate this significant event, the U.S. Mint released a series of special coins. The Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most widely recognized of these coins. Designed by United States Mint engraver Felix Schlag, the coin underwent a redesign for this special year to reflect the nation's bicentennial celebration. The Bicentennial series was created not only to mark the country's historical milestone, but also to encourage coin collecting. The idea was that these coins would stir national pride and also become valuable over time, a prediction that has largely come true. The most distinct feature of the Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar is its reverse side. It was the first time in American history that a coin featured a dual date 1776-1976 to signify the country's 200th anniversary. The reverse design shows a colonial drummer symbolizing America's Revolutionary War and the nation's fight for independence. This unique design contrasts sharply with the usual reverse of the Kennedy half-dollar, which depicts the president. The obverse of the coin retains the familiar portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by sculptor Gilroy Roberts. This image had been used since the coin's introduction in 1964. On the obverse, the inscriptions read "Liberty" at the top, and "In God We Trust" below Kennedy's image, with the year 1976 prominently displayed. There are several key errors and variations found within the Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar series that may increase a coin's value. These include double dies, where the coin's design is improperly struck, and misaligned dies, where the design appears off-center. Coins with these errors are highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity. The value of the 1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark, which was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, can range widely depending on its condition. In good condition, the coin might fetch around $38,000 at auction, but collectors in excellent or higher conditions can see values much higher, upwards of $50,000. The value increases if the coin is from an era or rare variant. While the Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollars is not among the most expensive coins on the market, its significance in U.S. history and its unique design elements make it a highly collectible piece. Coins from this series, especially those in higher grades or with rare errors, can be worth far more. For example, coins with uncirculated or proof conditions may fetch prices exceeding $100, especially if they are sold as part of complete sets. Interest in this coin remains robust due to its association with a major milestone in American history, the Bicentennial celebration. Many collectors seek to complete sets of Kennedy half-dollars, and the 1776-1976 coin plays a crucial role in these collections. Moreover, due to its widespread release and relatively high production numbers, it has become a symbol of American patriotism, which continues to drive interest in the coin, especially around times of national celebrations. Next up, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollars is a key coin in the Kennedy half-dollar series, especially when it comes to collectors searching for specific dates and mint marks. The 1972 coin features a distinctive large date design, which has led to significant interest from numismatists. The large date variety is often cited in coin books and collector guides due to its unique characteristics and relatively rare occurrence, making it one of the most valuable coins in the Kennedy half-dollar series. The Kennedy half-dollar series was first introduced in 1964 after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was created to honor the late president and quickly became one of the most widely collected U.S. coins. However, by 1971, the government faced the issue of rising production costs, leading to the redesign of the coin to a copper-nickel composition. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was released in both a large date and small date variety. The difference lies in the size of the digits in the year 1972, with the large digits being the more sought-after variety. The coin also features the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts. On the obverse of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, you'll see the profile of President Kennedy facing left. Surrounding his portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The coin is designed to represent the strength and dignity of the United States. The reverse of the coin features the presidential seal, with an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The large date variety is characterized by the larger numbers of the year 1972, which are more widely spaced and larger in height compared to the small date version. The D mint mark, which indicates the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, appears below the eagle on the reverse of the coin. As with many coins, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollars has a few noteworthy errors. The most well-known error for this coin is the large date VZ's small date variety, where collectors differentiate between the two based on the size of the digits in the year. There is also a potential for coins with die cracks, misaligned strikes, and double dies. In extra fine condition, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with a D mint mark and the large date variety can fetch between $92,000 at auction. However, as the coin condition improves, moving into almost uncirculated or mismint state, the value can dramatically rise, reaching upwards of $100,000, especially for specimens with rare errors or die variation. The large date variety holds more value than the small date variety, which is more commonly found. As a result, collectors are more willing to pay a premium for this particular version. Coins in superior conditions, such as proofs or uncirculated examples, can be worth significantly more, sometimes even crossing the $200,000 threshold depending on the quality of the coin. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar large date variety is a coin that has been widely sought after by both seasoned collectors and new hobbyists. This interest is driven by the recognition of the coin's rarity and historical significance. For collectors building sets of Kennedy half-dollars or those focused on finding error coins, the 1972 large date is a major addition to their portfolios. Next up, the 1977 Kennedy half-dollars is a coin that holds both sentimental and market value for collectors. The Kennedy half-dollar series was introduced in 1964, just after the tragic assassination of President John Kennedy. The U.S. Mint produced this series to honor the life and legacy of the beloved president. However, it wasn't until the 1970s that the coin began to see some significant fluctuations in its market value, with certain years standing out due to their rarity or unique features. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced the first Kennedy half-dollars as a response to the public's outpouring of grief following Kennedy's assassination. The coin's initial design, by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, featured Kennedy's profile on the obverse, symbolizing a connection between the young president and the American people. On the reverse, a rendition of the presidential seal appeared. However, by 1971, the U.S. Mint ceased the production of silver coins for circulation. By then, the Kennedy half-dollar had already moved to copper-nickel composition, and the design largely remained unchanged. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar, in particular, was minted in large quantities, but with no mint mark, a feature that can sometimes make these coins difficult to assess in terms of rarity. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar, like most Kennedy coins, features a striking portrait of the late president set against the backdrop of American symbolism. The obverse is dominated by Kennedy's profile, facing left. The legend "Liberty" arches across the top of the coin, while the motto "In God We Trust" appears beneath the portrait. On the reverse, the coin features the presidential seal. A large eagle with outstretched wings grips an olive branch and arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and strength. The phrase United States of America curves above the eagle, with the coin's denomination $half beneath it. The 1977 Kennedy $half had a mintage of over 113 million coins, making it far from rare in terms of production numbers. However, the absence of a mint mark on the majority of these coins makes it harder to discern where they were minted. Coins from Philadelphia without a mint mark are often less desirable to collectors than those from other facilities that are marked with specific mint marks. Despite the large mintage numbers, this particular coin's value is influenced by its condition. A 1977 Kennedy $half in good condition can fetch a modest price. However, in fine to extra fine condition, the coin can reach a significantly higher market value. The value of a 1977 Kennedy $half in good condition is generally around $55,000 depending on the market and its specific condition. Coins in higher grades can fetch more, with prices ranging from $57,000 for coins in fine to extra fine condition. Although the 1977 coin isn't considered one of the rarer dates in the series, its popularity as part of the larger Kennedy $half set ensures it remains in demand, especially among collectors looking to complete their collections or those who are drawn to the historical significance of the coin. While the 1977 Kennedy $half typically does not feature any major errors, collectors should still watch out for slight variations or mistakes that can increase a coin's value. Minor die cracks, doubled mint marks, or even off-center strikes can significantly boost the price of a 1977 Kennedy $half in certain markets. Collectors also appreciate the 1977 Kennedy $half for its historical significance as part of a beloved series. While it's not as rare as some of the earlier coins in the series, it is still highly sought after by people who collect coins from the 1970s or those who are particularly interested in post-assassination Kennedy coinage. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures.